This is the one-piece drive shaft I got. I got it out of an '04 Explorer Sport Track. So it uses the same flange at the transfer case and at the pinion. Same U-joint. I'm going to replace the U-joint, clean this thing up, shoot it black. I'll re-grease the spline shaft there and stick her in the truck. So here you can see the two-piece drive shaft supported by this carrier bearing. And I lifted my Ranger 4.5 inches and it put some funky angle on the drive line. So I get a vibration and it's just constantly wearing out that carrier bearing. So I'm going to eliminate that by putting in the one-piece drive shaft, and to do that I got to get rid of this cross member that holds the carrier bearing. And that's all this does. So there's a couple rivets here. Need to grind the heads off and knock those out. There's a small ear in the frame here. It goes through that slot. A lot of people punch that in with an air chisel or grind it off or whatever, because this is slipped between the two frame rails. There's one on the other side as well. And there's 3 rivets over here. So it's like they assemble the frame rails around that. And I don't want to deal with knocking that in. So after I grind these rivets off and punch them through, I'm just going to cut the whole thing in half and pull it out in 2 pieces. Since less is more. I don't want to do any more work than I have to. With the new drive shaft being one piece, it's going to interfere with the gas tank skid plate. I'm not sure where yet, but I'm going to get it mocked up in here, the new drive shaft, and then I'm going to have to pull this skid plate and I believe relieve about 1 inch. I'll just do that with a grinder and cutoff wheel. So I'll get the drive shaft in there and see how it goes. I believe those rivets are out. Bam. I'll just chop this here. Don't need it. So there was a few more rivets than I thought. There's this little front skid plate for the gas tank. So that's going to kind of go away. I don't know if you can see it, but I'm going to keep this and I'll probably weld a little something down to protect the gas tank where this cross member isn't going to be. In and mow and call it good. I don't think I'm going to hit nothing there anyways. Simply remove. There's a rivet here, here, and here. These two holding on the cross member. This forward one was holding on the front skid plate. And then there's one there, one there. And I El Chapo'd it here, being careful with the grinder not to zack my exhaust off. And then they're just removed. Now I'm going to stick the drive shaft in and see where I need to clearance the skid plate. So here's the new drive shaft I'm putting in. It's all painted, new U-joints next to the old two-piece. It's all cleaned up nice, ready to go in. Looks pretty nice. It's quite a big difference in tube diameter too. So hopefully she's balanced. Alright, one-piece drive shaft in. Hit the Zerks with a grease gun. Did a dab of blue Loctite on the flange bolts. And, I torqued them to like 70 foot-pounds. I didn't look up what they were supposed to be. That sounded good to me. And yeah, cutting the crossmember out wasn't too bad. Those rivets are really soft. I just used my grinder and cut an X into them, and then used a cold chisel to knock the heads off, and then punched them through. I have an air chisel, but my big air compressor's at work, and I don't have a big enough air compressor to run that. I would have made quick work of it. But all in all, I'm into this about an hour. I mean, actual work time. The longest part was waiting for the paint to dry. Now my grubby handprints are all over it. But whatever. Might as well try to make it nice while it's out. Do a good job. I gotta go test drive it, see how it drives. Hopefully I got no vibration anymore. I sure know it's nice not having that stupid carrier bearing. I've replaced that thing twice in a year.